Hey guys, how's it going? This is Eric with Jim Andes. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about what I mentioned yesterday. Never knew the week came so fast, did you? I'm not going to promise any specific regiment for these video casts. I'm going to try to do them as frequently as I can. Expect a few a week, I would say, but I don't know that they'll be every day. But today we're going to kind of talk about the regions of Chile, specifically those that apply to where I'm at, the 10th region, the 14th region, the 9th region. And there is a reason I put them that way. You'll look online, you'll find stuff, and I do encourage that people look at all the sites online. Some of the information is very basic, very broad. Some of it doesn't explain a whole lot, which is why I'm trying to be here to clarify a little bit of that. But they still have good general information, at least get your bounds and your bearings of where you're going, what you want to do. The older sites that aren't refreshed quite as much, or the content isn't maintained, will show that there's a 9th and a 10th region. That's true, but now there's a 14th region that actually divides those two in half. They did that because the population was growing, from what I understand, and to localize the government a little bit more and to control the necessities of the people a little bit better. They started the 14th region. The 9th region has a name which I've asked my wife every time I've practiced this, and I don't know how to say it still. What is it?
Araucanía.
Araucanía. It's a type of tree. It's huge from what I understand, and they're really strange. They're smooth bark all the way up to the very top, and then they have a lot of leaves and things up there. I think they're a conifer as well, if I'm not mistaken. Supposedly they're from the Jurassic period. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but that's what they say, and if that's the case, that's pretty cool. The problem is that those trees are becoming more and more rare. It's harder to find them these days, and so they're trying to preserve them more. They're trying to make sure that the trees are good, that they last for a long time. So you can go in, you can see them, you can go into the parks. That's cool. I'd like to do that with my wife one time. Just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And then you can camp and stuff in different places in the natural reserves as well. The 9th region is beautiful. I know that Temuco's in the 9th region, and that there's a lot of stuff around Temuco. It's really interesting to see Temuco from the interstate because it's kind of situated down in a valley and it's really pretty. But then you get down to the 14th region, it's no less pretty. You have different places like Valdivia there. Pucón, I think, is still in the 9th region, but just south of the 9th region you have some other places like, I can't even remember the name of it right now. I'll have to get back with you on that one. But there's some hella skiing there. There's some snowcat skiing, and Panguipulli is the name of the place. But it's fairly high class. It's fairly expensive is what I understand from there as well. I'm going to try to get up there one day in my life and kind of see these places, but right now we're going to continue to talk about, the different regions. The 14th region is called the rivers region, with good reason. There's a bunch of rivers that flow through it. It's beautiful. It's kind of strange though, because you're driving down the interstate and there's a whole bunch of guys and they stand out there and they have these little poles in their hand and they have a string hanging, and on the string there's a bunch of fish, and they just sell these fish fresh that they caught out of the river to passers-by, and people actually stop and buy them. I never have a cooler with me, so I don't buy them because I don't want my car to smell like fish, but if you don't mind a fishy smelling car, I guess you could stop and get them, and they're fairly cheap from what I understand. They have trout and salmon that they catch out of there. It's pretty interesting. Then you keep moving further south and you get into the 10th region. Here you have two major lakes for tourism, which is the Lake Yanquihue and Lake Todos Los Santos. From what I understand, those two lakes were once one lake, and Volcano Sorno, through eruption, eventually closed the pass, and now you have two separate lakes. They do have rivers coming in and out of them, so they're both fresh water and they're fresh lakes. They're beautiful, they're deep, they're cold, and there's a lot of water sports you can do on them, such as kayaking. You can also fish. There's a lot of tour guides for fishing on them. And then if you cross over Lake Todos Los Santos on a boat, because there are no roads around it, you can get over to Pehulla, which is a place that's right on the border of Argentina, and you can actually do cycling trips or trekking from there to Argentina, or you can go in a car and get across. I'm not real sure how long that takes. I'm going to try to get into some of the details about these tours a little bit later. From both sides, Lake Todos Los Santos and Lake Yanquihue, there are trekking or hiking trails, I should say, up to the Volcano Sorno or Volcano Sorno. And on top of the volcano, you can ski when it's in season. Also, I read recently that they're opening up they have the ski lifts open all year round now when the weather's good, so that you can at least get up to the glacier. There is some summiting that you can do, mountaineering on there. You have to talk to some of the guides. You have to have a guide. The weather changes very rapidly up there. The weather changes extremely rapidly down here. Like just a few minutes ago it was pouring, now it's blue skies and sunny, and looks like we're going to have a few more showers in a minute. But that's what makes it cool and fun living here. It's unpredictable, and I mean, you would look outside and think it'd be a summer day, but we've got the fire going over in my little stove, I've got my hoodie on and my toboggan, and we're enjoying the comfy weather in here. So, you know, that's good. But when you're looking at this area, you don't just have the lakes here. You have River Petrowe, which is in the, I have to look at this online, sorry guys, because it's a long name and I can't remember it. It is the Vicente Perez Rosales National Park. And there you have the Petrowe waterfall. I guess, in my opinion, I would kind of say that it's like the Niagara Falls, but on like a super small schedule or scale. It's pretty cool though. It is really nice. That's where I took the photo of the crooked tree you'll see on my site. And then once you go from there, you can go south, and there's also another volcano Cahuco. You can do a little bit of hiking up on it. There are guides that you can do summiting on it as well. Then you get to Ralun, you get to Cochamo, Pueblo, and all these places are really well known for fishing. You can fish in the Estatuario, which is right there. You have to drive around it to get to Ralun or Cochamo. And then in Cochamo there is a refuge for up in the valley where you can go and start a trek over into Argentina, or you can take day hikes there. You have to make reservations, or at least talk to the people. You can have meals that they provide if you pay for them. You can also camp there if you like. They also have a huge rock face called La Junta there, and there's a river that runs through it. Not to follow that phrase, but there is a river there that's called River Cochamo, and it's the Cochamo Valley. It's absolutely gorgeous. Pueblo is extremely gorgeous as well. It's famous for fly fishing, for trout, and for salmon as well. And then there's a ton of hiking. There's a ton of different things you can do there, such as camping and all that kind of good stuff as well. So these are all things that we'll get into a little bit more as we go on. And don't forget to stop by and see my site, because I can't promise these videos every day, but I'll try to do a few of them a week, you know, maybe 2 or 3 a week. And then every day I'm going to try to keep up the gear finds for good deals. Some days I'll find a better deal than other, but I will continue to make sure that you guys have a good deal each day up on the site. And then I'll try to post a photo a day as well, just to kind of get your appetite wet so you can see what's going on. So hope you enjoy this, and hope you continue to support me. Thanks for watching this video, and talk to you guys later. Bye.